Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. We are from Group 4 would like to present to all of you about hunted meat. In addition, we also going to tell you when do wild animals meat haram. But first, let me introduce you myself. I am ZETTY HUMAIRAH binti Muhammad ZAMBRI, and these are my group members NURFARISYA AINA binti Muhammad FAUZI and ZURAIDAH binti JEFERYDIN. Many Muslims are unaware of what they are permitted to eat. They only know that butchery is divided into two categories, which are halal and non-halal. Food is classified into four types, which are halal, haram, mashbuh, and also makruh.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is NURFARISYA AINA binti Muhammad FAUZI. Now I want to explain for main issue. For more information, there are several issues about hunted meat and when will animals become haram. First, when wild animals such as elephant, wolf, and tiger are hunted with bullets or anything else, it is clean, but the meat is not halal to eat. Other than that, as we know, animals such as elephant, bear, and monkeys are classified as wild animals that live at the forest. But the insect or the small animals who live in the forest and the hole as mice and lizard, if they have gushing blood, their meat and their skin will not be considered or halal if they are slaughtered or hunted. For more clear information of this case about wild animals, I will give example. It happened at Bintulu, Sarawak, Malaysia, when one restaurant was busted for serving exotic meat, which is also wild animals. The result of the investigation found that 35 kg exotic meat and wild animals were estimated. The result of the raid found that the meat is stored in the refrigerator. The animals were separate with different plastic package. The animal identified as snakes, lizards, bears, squirrels, and other species of wildlife and protected animals. This restaurant has already been warned and will be fined according to the offence. Other than that, the relevant parties will continue to monitor activities that result in illegal hunting, and this is also to measure and ensure that Muslims especially are not exposed to the ingested food that is illegal in Islam.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is ZURAIDAH binti JEFERYDIN. I will explain about animal meat halal and haram categories and discussion for this term paper. So, Sheikh Abdul Malik, which is one of Islamic scholar, has divided animal into four categories, which is animal that can live on land and in water, land animals, aquatic animals, and flying animals. This is to address the stipulation of animal meat consumption in Islam. First and foremost are animals that live both land and water, such as frogs, turtles, crocodiles, snakes, and other are haram for consumption. Land animals, on the other hand, present a different set of consideration, with some being permissible or halal and others are being prohibited or haram. An example of permissible or halal animal is camel, cows, goats, horses, and sheep. In the meantime, prohibited animals or haram animals is including bears, rhinos, wolf, and predatory birds with razor-sharp teeth, fangs, and claws. Next, animals that live in the water include all animals that live in the sea, rivers, swamps, and lakes. Aquatic animals are exception to those that bring harm to human. The rest is allowed or halal to be eaten. Example of aquatic animals that bring harm to humans are jellyfish because they have harmful toxin unless humans have a way to get rid of those toxins. And last but not least is flying animals. Flying animals such as chicken, birds, and bats. Sheikh Abdul Malik only focused on birds. Edible party meat is chicken, ducks, and other big birds or birds that can breathe while drinking, and a bird having a mark on its neck. Also, a prohibited bird is a bird that uses its claws to catch its prey or food, and flying animals that use their feet to hold their food like eagles, parrots, owls, and bats.
So these are some methods to determine halal and haram animal meats. Halal meat from animals that only live in water are not related to animals such as pigs and dogs. Based on the evidence presented above, the Shafi'i juries have reached an agreement on the permissibility of animals found in sea, river, swamp and lake. The second one is the consumption of animals that can cause harm to human is prohibited. The ability to kill this animal implies a prohibition on consuming animals that are harmful to humans. Eating animals that live both on land and in water is forbidden. The third method is to forbid the consumption of animals that live in two reels such as frogs, crocodiles and rock crabs. In this regard, there is no evidence from the Quran or Hadith that mention the prohibition of eating amphibians. Consumption of wild animals with fangs is prohibited. These two animals have distinct characteristics that make them unfit for human consumption. The first is a wild animal with fangs and the second is a bird with claws. The above hadith implies that wild animals with fangs are capable of attacking humans, other prey and cattle for food. Consumption of birds with talons to hold their prey is prohibited. The consumption of birds that use their claw or talons to grab food or hold their prey is prohibited. In the following method, the ruling of consuming birds with talons were determined using the same property saying as the prohibition of consuming animals with fangs. Consumption of birds that swoop and hold their prey by their mouth, eat with their claws or breath while drinking water and have a mark on their necks is permitted. According to the hadith concerning the prohibition of eating birds with claws and using them to attack their prey, birds that swoop and hold food in their mouths are considered as permissible.
Next is finding result. The illegal hunted meat has been around for a long time. As can be seen here, this is about ASEAN real life and the threat from illegal hunting. The main focus is in the Malaysia. The study found that illegal hunting using indiscriminate snares may be a more immediate threat than forest degradation through logging. A research using camera traps in the forest areas that are known to have illegal hunting activities, but here we are focused at Malaysia. As can be seen here, this is statistics show on 27 February 2019, around 3,300 pig-nosed turtle and 29.8 tons of pangolin products have been hunted. The study also showed that although illegal logging took place and it resulted in illegal hunting, however, illegal hunting was found to have more severe effects.
As for discussion, based on the issue that have been raised, which is hunted meat, when do wild animal haram? A more holistic approach is needed in ruling an explicit law. Therefore, scientific value is required to have complete the hukum before making a decision on the hukum. Thus, in order to resolve issues related to halal and haram food in order for it to meet the criteria set by Sharia, throughout scientific research is often required to have mujtahid determine the rulings of Islam through the approach of collective ijtihad. Collective ijtihad is quite applicable and practical in our condition, since some issues require a competent solution, including other areas that cannot be mastered by one, not one discipline. Islam places a strong emphasis on the food consumption aspect of its followers. The halal food intake terms for Muslims must come from ethically sourced halal animals which are slaughtered in accordance with Islamic practice. Any meat that does not meet this criteria cannot be considered halal for Muslims to consume. The program will provide additional information to Muslim scholars so that they can make a more accurate ruling about particular issue. And that's all from me. Thank you.